Hello. I'm the small one, that's the meaning of Paulus, but I've got big footnotes like David Foster Wallace. It's a salad cook-off. It's a chocolate took a look off to the side as the silver lids got took off. A shallot looked palace, declared the egalitarian judge. Invalid salad, may the best win. It's nothing less than destined. I'm dressed in balsamic vinaigrette cause I'm a mesclun salad. With peppers by Edward Weston, refresh your mouth with Cresta and then the next contestant. John Gielgud makes me feel good. Oh yeah, interrupting a rapper? Well, you better watch out. Fibonacci! Let's hope constant in-jokes won't make us Bronson Pinchot. Something's gone wrong for a giant airplane crib. What's your swan song? It might be unlikely, but I want to sightsee with Mikely. Politely! In London, where he comes from, we'll watch Cundon if it's humdrum. No conundrum, we'll act like dum-dums, fill our tum-tums. Yum, yum! Yum, yum.
Okay. Una storia molto triste. Triste. Our teacher thought it was narcolepsy, so she bought you a Diet Pepsi. She thought you were pathetic, wanted you kinetic like Wayne Gretzky on a jet ski, but you downed it, let out a great big Grebke, and went straight back to sleep. Is it the late hours that you keep? By the time you were a sophomore, the teachers began to scoff more. You'll fall asleep in school. All you achieved was drool and face imprints on your forearm. You know you did yourself much more harm than to me or to your teachers. Graduation, you're in the bleachers. Not graduating was no deterrent. Now you're in the bleachers, you wish you weren't. And look, that was just the way you messed up your high school years. A few years later, it was even worse. Let me tell you about it. You took thalidomide, your baby's arm solidified into a flipper. The father is a stripper. He didn't want to marry, he assumed you would miscarry. His name was Harry. And another thing that's scary, he sports a bulge of sorts. Men pass him $5 and he pulls down his red shorts. And the patrons, they stop talking cause they're barfing on his cock ring. That's some boyfriend that you got, now you have a crippled tot. You choked it with leader hose and he got a stroke. Now his feet are frozen, he can't move without a ride. Mercy infanticide, failed, normally you go to jail. But every foster parent in the world looked at your son and then they hurled. Your judge wishes you succeeded cause your son was born defeated. And that is a true story. Well, reflective of a true story anyway. This beautiful girl, her name was 5th grade, she used to draw horses. Now she's a dominatrix and she shaved off her eyebrows. I just don't understand.
They cut the ending off. The second too short, but there's the ending's right. So
That's the one, though, huh?
Wait. Is the distinguished Prime Minister of Israel.
On having you see and more scusi than you've ever seen. Lived a young man, not a dumb man, graduate of Evergreen. In his undies, he read Sundays. New York Times Health Wanted, but his CV's like the TV because there's nothing on it. Then he saw an ad under college grad that said, we are looking for a man to be a star, a living pan. If you're 18 to 24, we'll give you horn implants of coral, plus an operation which removes your feet and gives you hooves. Rehab is free, plus a loft, and he didn't stop to think. Fax the contact like Coffin, president of Troma Inc. The Cloven Foven Paul Verhoeven's epic film entitled Pan Man theme song was to enter Sandman Weird Al Polka version. It was an action flick, panicking backwards, attacker set by the sexy matadortress from her Spanish fortress. Of course the film was torturous, Lloyd Kaufman's masterpiece, achieving wide release. Logos in the marquee, set Pac-Man with the C's, rotated 90 degrees. Troma had a premiere at the MoMA, Paloma wore her signature aroma. Yo-Yoma said Nihoma and had Pan's Evergreen diploma shown to Williams and Sonoma. Forget the hourly salary, house husbands get a dowry, a Vowrium, or else become a Bowery bum. He met his wife at the clubs and now he's a house husband. He left his empty staff in the lurch. They married at the limelight, she wrote home of a church. His co-op cooking style impressed her. Her dad bought the home in Westchester and funded Kaplan Review, MCATs, med school, and residencies through 3 presidencies. Evidently, when their first son was born, Penn had his horns retracted, but at back at school night he couldn't hack it cause the racket in the corridor. The parents ready to act the Toreador. The principal called a moratorium, so he wishes he could delete or at least backspace. Retrieve his feet, forgo the back brace. You see his hooves had held him on an awkward angle. Now he's got a wrinkle in his spine like Madeline Langle. And that's the end of my snotty hip-hoppity gymnopody, not by Sati, but poignant, and it goes clip-cloppity.
Okay, and stop and start whenever you want. Whenever you can.
Oh! We'll do eye contact. I'll watch you. You can't decide for my rocketry. I'll send you home in a pocket seat. I like cats. You can't rap.
I'm old school like a Sysop in high tops. When I drop knowledge, laser spray out my eyes like Cyclops. I'll cock a Colt 45 to a lightning bolt 45. RPM, Carpe Diem. I hated Dead Poets Society and REM. When my synapses snap, the rap world collapses. It looks like demolition photos done in time lapses. The name in all caps is MCP, but you'll never see me fronting like I'm E.E. Cumming. Katie Lang and Art Spiegelman think they can hang as equals. Man, Bell Hooks confuses capitalization with capitalist patriarchy. Me and the caps lock key know that to be malarkey. I just can't seem to keep my panties on since entering the Pantheon. Broadcast across the hemisphere like Dennis Lear. E as P hits your knee from the urinal. So flows internal kernels from my journal.
Yeah!
Should I use that one?
See what it sounds like.